ladies and gentlemen, now that we're hitting the spring of 2024, it's an insane thing to say. This year is flying by. We're going to take a look at some of the newcomers we have for this anime season. And well, Konosuba is not a newcomer, however, it is back for its third season. And the reason we're talking about an anime on its third season is because it's been a big gap since the second. And by big gap, I'm talking about 7 years. I know all the Hunter x Hunter fans are big jealous right now. But now that we're getting the third season of Konosuba, it's time to talk about the series and should you watch the series. We're going to talk about everything that's happened from the first and the second season, also the movie and the side story as well, and then for sure up to the third season. So take your spoiler warning here because you won't get another one. Now then, to start it off, in case you don't know, Konosuba is your typical isekai. Listen, I know, it is a terrible feeling. But while this anime is a part of one of the biggest genres there ever was, I would argue that Konosuba is not just an isekai, but it does better than other isekai around it. Speaking of which, while the anime is an isekai, you really don't focus on that, because at the very same time, this anime is a comedy and does a great job at it. Konosuba focuses on making the viewer laugh in many different ways. Different types of gags and maybe some slap-ass humor. But the cool thing about this anime doing the funny is that it has a lot of characters that it can do it with. You can take a look at the main character here, Kazuma, who is supposed to be the boy. You know what I'm talking about, the dude that is just thirsty. Matter of fact, season 3 starts off with Kazuma realizing that he has to stop his ways. And then later on he's going to proceed to do the same thing that he did once before. But no matter how goofy our main character may be, he still acts as the rhyme of reason for this show. At the same time, he is paired up with 3 different female companions. Darkness, Aqua, and Megumin are all gags in themselves. And I could argue that they're supposed to be more of a gag than Kazuma's supposed to be. Now, of course, each one of them has their own tics that makes them act the way they do. But even so, these characters are more popular than Kazuma has ever been. Matter of fact, the character that could be probably the weakest link on here did get her own side series. And I mean, this was a bop in itself. I could talk about this in its own video. But my point here is that all 4 of these characters do act as a gag themselves, but can also check one another. Well, that is until the plot is just so plotting and then none of them have any rhyme or reason whatsoever. And honestly, for a comedy like this, that is for the better. You see, Konosuba usually will split itself into several side episodes within the same episode. And while there is supposed to be a big story for the overall series, I promise you as a viewer, you're going to forget it practically instantly. Konosuba really doesn't care about a story and as to why Kazuma is here. The main goal is to use these characters as gags, and if you get a little bit of story progression, then just use it. So now to answer the overall question why you should watch Konosuba, well, I mean, to put it bluntly, the comedy is actually worth it. We're just calling a spade here, and we're not pointing out the immaculate plot. It is safe to say that if you are looking for an anime that is not only just seasonal but has a little bit of humor, this is it. And for people that have been watching Konosuba, please tell me why you think the series is good. It's pretty straightforward to say that most people probably like the series also because of the characters. I can't always say that a comedy is always worth a viewer's time. However, Konosuba is specifically looking for viewers that want to laugh here and there. And plus, since there's been such a large gap between seasons, this is the best time to get into it. Now, once more, this is for all of you comedy genre people, so if it's not for you, it's just not gonna be for you. And plus, Konosuba does have a general canon to it, so if you watch season 1, you should do that before you watch season 3. And of course, I don't have to say that to you, you're smart enough to know that. However, if this season goes crazy, we'll be reviewing Konosuba season 3 once it ends. But this video here is a short one, and I really just want to see if you're enjoying Konosuba or not. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Konosuba. And if you're looking for another seasonal anime that's just about to start, I got that for you right over here. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time, peace.